In previous lecture, we were talking about C tokens, all about the theories. And at the end of that lecture, I was talking about operators. In that lecture, I have given some introduction of operator, operands and expressions. So I have told you that expressions are nothing but the combination of operators and operands. So you all are well aware about the expressions C equal to A plus B, C equal to A minus B and such kind of expressions. In our program we used to use logics. So our program is nothing without logic, and this logic consists of the collection of expressions. So we must have some knowledge about operators. There are so many kind of operators available. As you can see the list over here, there are basically 8 types of operators. In this lecture, I am going to brief these operators. First is arithmetical operator, second is relational operator, third is logical, then the assignment operator, increment decrement operator, conditional operator, bitwise operator and some special kind of operator. So these are the 8 categories of these operators, and I am going to explain each of them. What I am doing is I am dividing this entire video in 2 parts. In first part, I am going to give some theoretical explanation about operators, and in second part, I am going to show you its practical implementation. So in this video, I am going to cover just top 3 operators, that is assignment operator, relational operator and logical operator. So first I'll give you some explanation about them, and then after I'll show you the practical implementation of them. So let's begin. So here first is arithmetical operators. In arithmetic operator, if you have done the program of calculator, then you must know all of these operators, that what exactly these operators are doing. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulo are the basic arithmetic operators, and we use this operator so frequently in our program, right? So you all know that what expressions and what operations are being performed by this operator. This operator are basically binary operator, because we cannot perform because we need at least two operands for them. These operations cannot be performed without 2 operands. So we must have 2 operands, A or B, A or 1 or something. Like say a 1 variable and 1 constant, or 2 variables are needed. So these are called binary operators. So one more thing that you must know is the difference between division and modulo operator, right? So many students used to have some confusion between these two. So let me clear it first. If you are dividing one number with another number and you want the result itself, then you can use the slash, that is division operator. But when you are dividing one number with another number and you are getting some kind of remainder and you want that remainder as your result, at that time you can use this modulo operator. Modulo operator is very important when we are doing programs of conditional statement and loops. So make sure that you clear this difference between these 2 operators. Here I have taken an example which will clearly show you the difference. So this is all about arithmetic operator. Now it's all about the relational operator. Sometimes in our program we may need to compare two operands. Suppose I want to compare two numbers or two quantities, A or B or something like that. At that time, I can use a relational operator. So basically, when we are comparing two numbers, our answer can be either true or false. Either whatever condition we have written is true, otherwise it can be false. So the answer can be two options only. But in screen or in computer system, it is not considered as true or false. It will be considered as 0 or 1. Right? So in my program, I will show you that what exactly the output will be. But if your condition is true, that is what you are assuming is true, then your answer will be 1. And if it is false, then your answer will be 0. That is called true means 1 and false means 0 in your computer system. So that is about relational operator. You can see the relational operator here, less than, or equal to, greater than, equal to and not equal to. So if you want to consider this condition in your program, at that time you can use relational operator. We are going to use relational operator in our decision making statement and loops, right? So these are the operator which is used so frequently in our C program. Then after, you can see some of the examples of relational operator. Say 3.5 is less than 5. So this condition, whatever I am assuming is true, so the meaning is this condition is true. So it will return 1. Similarly, 5 is less than or equal to 5, right? So this condition is also true. But what if I have written 5 is less than 5? That condition is false. This condition is true. Then 6 is greater than 7, which is false condition. So that meaning is false, that return 0 to our system. So you may consider this example for relational operators. Now then after, I am going to talk about the logical operator. You must be well aware about the logic gates that you must have studied in your physics in your 12th standard, right? So what that logic gates were doing? We have OR gate, AND gate, NOT gate, some basic gates, right? I hope you know these gates. Suppose the logical AND is similar to AND gate. Suppose I am giving two inputs, say A and B. If both of these inputs are on or both of these inputs are 1, then only our output will be 1. You know the series and parallel connection, right? So this is all about that concept. So the AND operator will give answer true or 1 only if both of its input is 1. Otherwise it will give 0. In contradiction with this, the OR operator will give answer 1 if at least one of them is 1. So even if one input is 1, right, say A is 1 or B is 1 or both are 1, then it will return 1, that is true, otherwise false. So if both of the input are false, that is 0, then only it will return 0. And NOT gate or not logical operator is nothing but the inverter, right? So if you are giving 0, it will invert it to 1, and if you are giving 1, then it can be inverted to 0. Here, this operator NOT can be unity operator as well, because I can use it with single operand. So make sure that you have you are clear with the difference of unary and binary operators. Now let me show you the practical implementation of this operator. Let me just go through my IDE. So first of all, I am going to talk about arithmetic operators. As you all know the program of calculator, that is the best example to explain arithmetic operation. So for that, I am using int main /n and return 0, right? Now I am taking two operands, as arithmetic operators are binary operators, so they need two operands. Then after I am printing enter two numbers, right? Then after I am making user able to enter the number, so that I am using scanf %d, and here what will be the answer? and A and B, right? So now then after I am taking some variable for result as well, R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, right? So here what is the value of R1? A plus B. What is the value of R2? A minus B. What is the value of R3? A into B. What is the value of R4? A divided by B. And what is the value of R5? Modulo, the remainder. So for that I am using percentage, right? Now I am going to print this. So printf slash n R1 is percentage D slash n, R2 is percentage D slash n, R3 is percentage D slash n, R4 is percentage D and slash n, R5 is percentage D. Okay, sorry, R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5, right? Now, here, I have taken every result as integer as well as two numbers as integer number. Because whenever you are performing modulo operation, that is to find remainder, you cannot use floating or any other kind of data type, right? So modulo operator can be performed with integers. Now, if I am doing code like this, then I will get incorrect answer for the division operator. Because if I am taking 10 and 2, then the division operator will give correct answer as the result is whole number. But if I am taking 11 and 2, then the answer can be 5.5. But here R4 is declared as integer, so I will get incorrect result. So what can be done over here for that I am going to explain in the topic of this chapter only, that is typecasting. So right now just bear with this explanation and this code. In that topic of typecasting, I am going to explain something about this concept in detail, right? So here just focus on the logic of operators. Right now I am just saving this program, compiling it and running it. What is the error over here? So printf is not declared. Why printf is not declared? Because I have not included the main header file, that is stdio.h. Let me just save it again, compile it and run it. It is running without any error. I am taking 10 and then 2. So R1 is 12, R2 is 8, R3 is 20, R4 is 5. That is correct because the case is like that, right? For 10 and 2 it will be correct. And R5 is 0 because the remainder for as 10 is divisible by 2, the remainder will be 0, so answer is 0. One student were asking me that what if I divide 10 with 1 or 10 with 5 or say 10 with 7, right? So let me show you that if you are dividing something like that, what will be the result, right? So if I am dividing, let me just save it, compile it. Now just focus on the result of R5 only, right? So I am here taking 7. I want to divide 7 with, or say 10 with 7. What will be the answer? 3. Because remainder is 3. Again, if I show you, if I compile and run, if I show you, I am taking 7 over here. Now 7 is a prime number. So 7 cannot be divisible by any other number except number itself and 1. So if you are dividing 7 with any of the other number and that number is less than 7, then the remainder will be same as it is. So if I am dividing 7 with 5, then the answer is 5 only. Okay, 5 ones are 5, so answer is 2, right? So let me show you some another example. Not 7 with, let me take higher value as A's value and lower value as, higher value as B's value and lower value as A's value. So you will understand that concept in better way. So here I have taken 5 over here and I am dividing 5 with 7. Now the answer will be 5, right? Same way, if I am dividing, say 4 with 10, or answer will be 4 itself. So if I am dividing such numbers in which I am dividing number with the number higher than that number, then the modulo operator will give the same modulo or same remainder. So you must know the rules of this kind of division. So this is all about arithmetic operator. Now I am going to talk about the relational operator. So the relational operators are nothing but less than equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal to and not equal to, right? So now here what I can do, I am taking this as it is, but instead of this R1 I am writing as A greater than B, greater than or equal to B, less than B, less than or equal to B, equal to B, and one thing is A is not equal to B, right? And here I have to take R6 as well. Here I also have to add slash n, R6 is percentage D, and here also R6. Let me just save this program and compile it and execute. So I am taking 10 as a value of A and 2 as value of B. Now what exactly the answer is? Answer is in zeros and ones only. So that means true and false. 1 means true and 0 means false. For first expression of R1, A's value is 10 and B's value is 2. So 10 is greater than 2, that is correct expression. So R1 is returning 1, that means true. Also 10 is greater than or equal to 2 or not? Yes, this expression is also correct. So that's why R2 is also returning true. Then A is less than B, that means we want to say that 10 is less than 2, which is not correct. So answer returned is false, that means 0. This 0 is assigned to value of R3, right? And similar for R4, it is 0. Now what exactly this R5 is? You can see 2 equal to, like double equal to. In mathematics, to compare something or to assign something, these both are different actions. For this different actions, I am using same operator in mathematics. But in computer system, I have to distinguish these operators. I have to separately tell that here I want to assign some value and here I want to compare two values. And these both are two different actions. So for that I am using two different operators. Here equal to is assignment operator that I am going to cover in next video, and double equal to is comparison. I am comparing something. So if you are writing A equal to B, so B's value is not assigned to A. But if you are writing A equal to B, then the value of B is assigned to value of A. So here if A and B are same, I am comparing them, A equal to B. If they both are same, then the result will be assigned to R5 because I am using both of this operator, right? I hope you are not confused with this. And then not equal to, so 10 is not equal to 2, that expression is correct, so R6 is 1. I hope you understand this concept. See, no one is going to ask you the result of relational operator, but relational operator is used so frequently in the if-else statement, that is conditional statement and looping structures. So I hope you understand this concept. Now, last but not the least, I am going to cover the logical operators, which are nothing but AND, or and not operator. So for logical operator, I am just erasing everything here in R1, R2 and R3 only. Now for logical operator, I can also use 1 and 0 or any decimal numbers, but here I will demonstrate using 1 and 0 only. So when the value of AND is 1, only when both of the numbers are 1, then only the result is 1, otherwise 0. This is the rule. For or, if both have zeros, then only answer is 0, otherwise 1. And for not, it is inverted. So whatever the input we are giving, it will just invert it. So let me just show you. R1's value is equal to A's value and B's value. R2's value is equal to A's value or B's value, and R3's value is equal to inverted value of A. Right. Now let me just print this. So let me just erase everything from here. Here R1, R2, R3 only. Let me just save this program and compile it and run it. So you can see R1 is 0, R2 is 1 and R3 is 1. Why it is happening? Because I have not taken any value from user, or even I am not initializing. So it is taking this result based on some garbage value. Either I should use scanf or I should use initialization. I am initializing it. Do not compute the result based on garbage value. So now you know that as one of the operator is 0 and one of the operator is 1, and operation will give answer 0, or operator will give answer 1, and opposite of A is 0, so and operation not operation will give answer 0. Now let me compile and run this program after saving. So you can see 0, 1, 0 is printed. I hope you understand this logic. This operator are also not be covered as input-output function. We are going to use these operators in the conditional statement and looping statement as well. So I hope you understand this class and understand the concepts. If you have any doubt, you can comment below the comment section. In next lecture, I am going to cover the rest of the operators. So till then, see you soon.